Well, come back to the Mystery Tackle Box channel, everybody. Today we've got a fun episode. It's Weston Smith down south in Texas. We got some ponds over yonder we're trying to hit. It is about 4 in the afternoon. We got an hour and a half before sunset, 66 degrees. It is feeling fantastic out. The bite looks to be slow today based on all my friends telling me what they're up to, but I think we can still slay, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Switch you guys over to the GoPros. My wife Devin is with us today. She's gonna be filming as well, so hopefully we can get on some fish for you guys. It's gonna be fun. Some thick grass on the bottom might make a few rigs harder to throw, but I think we're gonna find something that'll work just fine. Let's go ahead and get to fishing. Options in this box. We got a couple cranks, but I think they dive a little deep. I'm gonna go with the, I think drop shot's gonna be tough, to be honest. We'll see if we can't get it done. Let's go ahead and toss one of these worms out there. Yeah, throwing that by those columns is probably a good idea. Amazing water. I don't know if you guys can tell the clarity, but it is like crystal clear. And there's a lot of grass. This drop shot, I figured I'd throw it and just try and get away with it. I'm kind of popping it faster than I normally would, because I know that it's gonna sink right down into the grass. With that being said, I might switch things up here in a second to a swim jig with one of those 10,000 fish saw craws. I think that could be a pretty deadly duo. Next thing out of the box, I think we're gonna play with these saw craws. We're gonna put that on the back of this Grass Hero jig. We'll be able to pop right down in that grass. This could be the money move right here. Got one. There he is. Come on, baby. Yoo! Close to the bank, and look at the freaking pattern on this thing. What? Dang, he is ice cold. Oh my gosh, ice cold. You guys, check the pattern though, for real. All right, I can dig that. Drag and drop, ripping them out of the thick. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Sun is going down, and we managed to pull one out, baby. First catch of the night. That's exciting. On back into the shallows, little guy. Oh yeah, find your way. I already know if I step right here, I'm finna sink. He gone. Well guys, it appears we must live to slam another day. We managed to knock off one item out of the mystery tackle box. We went ahead and secured a catch on the drop shot. That was the Guggenbait's drag and drop, and now we're gonna try and walk across these rocks. Luckily, we got the stabilizer for you guys. Make a few more casts before we call it quits tonight and resume this thing tomorrow or in the next few days, because we gotta get some old fish. Alright guys, join us now for day 2. It's a few days later. We're going to try and knock some more of these baits out of the box and have a little bit of fun. Today's conditions are pretty sweet. It is like overcast, getting ready to storm later in the day. I think the bite's going to be pretty hot, so we shouldn't have trouble catching them on multiple baits throughout the box. Maybe give these cranks a solid dangle. And we actually have to run by the Guggen warehouse real quick and return the yaks. We need a little more garage space, because with all these storms coming, hail and everything, we're trying to get the Camaro in the garage and maybe park the truck in the garage overnight elsewhere. We need more garage space. Anyways, we got to run these to the warehouse real quick, then we're fishing. Hopping on the Spot Burner app. This app shows you where all the catches are, what people are catching them on too if you pay for the premium, I think. We're trying to find some spots close to the warehouse to fish. Just pulled up. Let's get these things unloaded and back on the shelf. Kayaks are back, dropped off the trailer. We are now gonna hit the water. Do y'all know if you're allowed to fish that pond? Is that public at all or no?
Public, but you have to have parking permit to park out here.
Okay, I got you. So you can't like drive up to it and be able to fish it? Okay, all right, thank you so much. All right, so after inquiring about the last spot, the guy said it's public, but you have to have a parking pass to park in our lot. We have made do, and we're parked at a newly built apartment community right next door. We're gonna go ahead, hop out, grab the rods, and we're gonna fish this public pond. Let's go. I don't think it gets hit a lot. I'm thinking it's gonna be promising. We might even get some big fish today. The weather is certainly, I think, in our favor. So let's go ahead and try and rip some lips. First approach, look at this place. If that was a no fishing sign, it's not anymore. So I think we're good. Good clarity. It gets fairly deep right off the bat, so we're good with cranks. Ooh, yeah. All right, guys, here. Waiting on a better audio opportunity between the cars driving by and the wind, but here's what we've got going on. We're gonna rig up these saw craws first, and we've got them rigged up a couple different ways, one moving and one bottom. So what we've got is the Grass Hero swim jig with the saw craw one section torn off, and it fits just nicely on that sucker right there. Nice natural color and presentation. And then we have this guy right here. We have this one Texas rigged with a 1/4 ounce weight and 4 or 5/0 𝗙𝗃 hook. and we're gonna see if they're going for stuff on the bottom or swimming. Switch it up to the drop shot for a second. Let's dabble with this here crank for a second. I'm assuming they're gonna hit cranks today, but those deep divers out of the box might not be the best thing to test the theory, since they do dive deep. So if I can get some catches on this clutch right here, I'm gonna go ahead and rig that thing up. There we go, got one. It's a big one, Devin. Got a good one. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Wow, come here. That's a big one. That's a big boy. Devin, woo! What a fight on the clutch. Yo. Oh my goodness, guys. Here is the catch. The catch. We are stoked. Let's go ahead and put this thing on the scale and see what we're really working with. I'm quite curious. The scale's zeroed out. I'm thinking 3. Yeah, that's a fat mama right there. Almost a 4-pounder. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. On the clutch right there. Shotgun shad's what done it. We're gonna go ahead and get her back in the water, try and catch some more. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, wow. Oh gosh, they're all feisty. They're all feisty and they want the clutch. Oh my gosh. You're kidding. This one's probably a 3 as well, and he's got top and bottom lip. Bottom lip is in trouble. I can get the top lip free. There we go. So you know he's not coming off, but at the same time, he's not coming off. Oh, that'll do. Oh. Huh. Not as heavy as I thought. Definitely chunky and an awesome pattern, but not quite as heavy as I thought. Good fight though, holy smokes. Definitely a 2-pounder because it's so fat. Believe it or not, this thing is, it's got enough weight to be called a 2, but it ain't no almost 4 like that last one. Super stoked. Let's get this one back in the water and just keep cranking with the old clutch.
Oh, good one. Good one. Oh, it's a good one. First time. Wow, look at his pattern.
Yeah, they have an
Wow.
awesome pattern. Where's the pliers? Save that clip because the battery's getting low. All right.
Man, they do smack it, don't they? Just look how chunky they are. They are feeding. Feels good to get a fish. This actually is my first fish of 2020, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll take it.
Let's go ahead and get some more, baby.
On. Can't quite tell. It's not bad, not bad. Devoured it. Easy enough. Woo woo! First cast over here in this new little area. I cast it out, and with that clutch, it's definitely a little deeper over here, or a lot deeper. I don't know. It's deeper over here, so the grass isn't as problematic, I guess, as over there in that area. So I'm kind of doing that whole yo-yo to give that clutch a little time to suspend, to let these guys slam it, and that's exactly what this bud did. Choked it. Oh, probably, these guys are chunky. Probably closing in, I mean, 2.5 pounds, I'd say. Feels heavy. We are on them. This is a lot of fun.
So the midday grind is on. Lunch break has struck. It is 11:20 in the afternoon. Storms anticipated later on today. This is prime time. We're trying to get in while the getting is good. We literally are just cranking them on this side of the pond. The wind's blowing this direction. But what we found is that in that far pocket, there's so much grass, and it's the gunky grass that's just totally screws the trebles. So we're pretty much casting and reeling very fast, which is a little unusual because lately it's been so cold and the bass aren't as active and really feeding on these moving baits. Today with the weather, it is like mid-60s. It's 65 degrees. It feels so good. And I'm telling you what, I think the fish are feeling good too, and they are smacking the clutch. All right, guys, I think we found a spot in this pond where we should start to try and throw these deeper cranks. It might just work out. I think they're like 6 to 8 foot divers, so we're gonna be cranking them very slow, raising the rod tip as we get closer to the bank, and probably even just kind of popping them in the last maybe 5 to 10 feet, and really just casting these out deep and seeing if we can't pick up a bass a little further out, being that they are such a deep diver for maybe a smaller pond like this. Of course, these are gonna be perfect for the boat, the yak, etc. But right here, we're gonna see if we can't chunk out to the deep end of this place and snatch us a bass. Okay, let's toss this on the swivel. I'm going with the more elongated thinner body, and Devin is throwing the shorter, fatter one. I believe this one is going to dive deeper, but I think they're both going to dive pretty deep. We shouldn't be stressing about that. We'll just go ahead and secure us a catch. I'm just keeping the rod tip way up, working this almost painfully slow. Otherwise it keeps catching grass. Yeah, I don't know. Let's give this rattling rogue a dangle. This actually says it's floating and it goes down to 2 feet, which could be perfection. Kind of excited about this. I don't throw jerkbaits a whole lot, so this is a nice little change up. With these jerkbaits, all I can tell you is you want to pop it with a little slack in the line. That way you get more erratic movement out of that jerkbait. If you, from my experience, if there's not a lot of slack in that line, when you go to pop it, you're almost just pulling it straight towards you for a second. It does not have that good flash and darting movement that you want. Oh, I thought I had one. I can't tell. I do have one on the jerkbait. Yes, I couldn't even tell. I had it paused. Oh, it's not a half bad one. It's not a half bad one, you guys. Wow, that is my first jerkbait catch in a long time. Seriously. Woo! In some time. Well, guys, we are pumped. I have not caught a jerkbait fish in some time, so this is cool. Gets my blood flowing and I'm ready to cast it a little bit more. We got to split soon, but it is raking them up. There's only a few more items out of the box that we have not caught a fish on. We did not use the deep diving cranks because this pond's just too shallow, and we caught them plenty on the clutch, so I'm kind of not counting that. And then also those other drop shot worms, we caught one on the drag and drop that first night, and so we've really raked up a fish on almost every bait out of the box, but feels good to get that jerkbait fish. This has been a completely different day from that first night where we caught that drag and drop fish and nothing was biting at all. Definitely fun to get on that moving bite. Luckily we got these hook boots on. Hashtag soaked.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Teensy, but not a giant. Yeah, look how red their lips are. Stop! Chill! Bloop! Oh, fish on! Fish on!
No way.
Yep.
On the jerkbait?
On the jerk.
No way.
Yeah, he's not that big, but.
Guys, almost back-to-back casts.
Yeah, it was like my second cast. I'm just using it really similar to a fluke, honestly, because this is the first time I've ever thrown a jerkbait, so this is technically my first jerkbait fish ever. And like I said, I'm just kind of, hold on, let me get that out of his. This thing's dangerous. It doesn't have just one treble, not 2 trebles, but 3 trebles. This has been my 3rd cast with it, and I think Weston is right with the conditions, how it's more grassy on this side. Seems like the fish are really hanging out over here, but it's just a matter of finding what is the best thing to throw in that grass. And a jerkbait might be it.
Absolutely sick. Oh snap. Okay.
The goal is to not get caught by your bait. Bye, bud.
Could not secure a catch on the saw crawl, unfortunately, in the final minutes. We've got to split, but it has been a pleasure. We're gonna go ahead and load everything up and I'll catch you guys over at the truck here in just a second. All right, guys, we just got everything back in the truck, loaded and ready. Thank you so much for joining us on this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed filming it. We truly had a blast. Devin caught some awesome fish. We got an almost 4-pounder. They were really hammering the crankbaits today. Unfortunately, not the ones out of the box because they were divers. You have heard me say it 100 times today. Those lipless really got the job done. Throw some lipless right now. The drop shot, surprisingly, didn't even get a sniff today, which is fine. We caught them on that the other night when the bite was slow. We're truly thankful for a bite like today's because it has been a minute. We can't thank Mystery Tackle Box enough for offering us up the channel for the day. Until the next one, you guys go out and crank on some fish. Do y'all know if you're allowed to fish that pond? Is that public at all or no?